it's Elise Kopp, your realtor here in Las Vegas. Thank you so much for taking the time to join me here on my channel. If you're new, welcome. If you've been here, welcome back. Happy you're here either way. Now, for today's video, I wanted to share some of the pros and cons to a community that I have covered in a previous video. It's our only 55 plus community located in Spring Valley, and the community we're going to be talking about is Rancho Las Brisas. Now, if you would like to learn more about Rancho Las Brisas, the types of homes offered in the community, HOA, amenities, so on and so forth, please feel free to check out the video I filmed sharing everything you need to know about this community. I will link it down in the description box below. For the sake of today's video, I'll give you just a little bit of an overview before we dive into the pros and cons to potentially living in this community. Now, if you are new to my channel, I'd like to take this time to introduce myself. My name is Elise Kopp. I'm a Vegas native, born and raised here in the Valley. Everyone knows I love it here, wouldn't want to be anywhere else. I know I'm a little bit biased, but I absolutely love Las Vegas and help my clients from different parts of the country decide if Las Vegas is the place they want to call home. So whether it is Rancho Las Brisas you're interested in or potentially one of our other nearly 30 55 plus communities, please feel free to reach out to me. I'll leave my phone number here on the screen. I'd love to connect with you, learn a little bit more about your story, and I'd love to see if Las Vegas is the right fit for you and a place you could potentially see yourself calling home. Also, if you enjoyed today's video, I would so appreciate it if you could leave a thumbs up on today's video and subscribe to my channel. Both are free and it helps me out tremendously in making these videos for you. So I really appreciate your support. So now that we got that covered, let's do the fun stuff and talk a little bit about Rancho Las Brisas before we dive into the pros and cons. Now, Rancho Las Brisas is, as I mentioned, our only 55 plus community located in Spring Valley. Now, if you're not familiar with where Spring Valley is, if you were to look at our map on a bird's eye view, it's on that southwestern portion of the Las Vegas Valley. It's fairly centrally located, so if you want to have easy access to the Las Vegas Strip or the airport, you can get there in 10 to 15 minutes living in Spring Valley. Spring Valley is also known for its easy accessibility to shopping, restaurants, medical, grocery stores. You're never gonna have to drive more than 5 to 10 minutes to get anywhere in Spring Valley, whether it's your closest hospital or Trader Joe's, Costco. You're about 15 minutes away from downtown Summerlin, so this is a community where you have easy accessibility, so definitely something to keep in mind. Now, let's dive right into the pros to living in Rancho Las Brisas. As I mentioned earlier, one of the things that I really love about this community is easy access to the Las Vegas Strip and the airport. You can get there in 10 to 15 minutes tops. So if you work on the Strip or you see yourself wanting to enjoy the cuisine and the entertainment on the Strip, or perhaps you're a frequent traveler or this isn't your main home, it's a secondary home or a winter home, having that easy accessibility to get to and from the Las Vegas Strip and the airport is definitely something to consider, definitely a pro. The second pro to living in Rancho Las Brisas is the fact that this is a gated community. Now, if you like the idea of having safety and security, having that gate definitely gives you an extra level of safety and security, could give you some peace of mind. So definitely something to consider if you're exploring this community. And the third pro to living in Rancho Las Brisas is the fact that the community is as well kept and maintained as it is. If you watched my last video, you probably heard that I shared that when you drive into Rancho Las Brisas, it almost feels as if you stepped into the movie Pleasantville. And that's because when you drive into this community, it is just very well kept. Everything has a clean appearance. So it almost takes you back many, many years to the 1950s or the 1960s, not in terms of the architectural style of the homes, but just because of how clean and well kept this community is. You will know when you see this community in person, but they definitely do a beautiful job keeping up the community. The fourth pro I'm going to share with you is the fact that Rancho Las Brisas is one of our more intimate 55 plus communities. There are a total of 180 single family homes in this community. So if you really like the idea of being in a 55 plus community, but you're not necessarily drawn to the amenities and activities and potentially higher HOA fees that come with being in a larger, more robust 55+ community, this is definitely something to keep in mind. And the fifth and final pro I'm going to share with you on Rancho Las Brisas is the fact that this community is very, very close to shopping, restaurants, medical, grocery stores. So if you really like the idea of being 5 to 10 minutes away from any of those facilities, definitely something to keep in mind. You can get around very quickly just because of where this community is located. Okay, so now we'll move right along into the cons to living in Rancho Las Brisas. And the first con I'm going to share with you is the fact that Rancho Las Brisas is situated on flat land. So if views are important to you, whether it be mountain views, city views, golf views, lake views, you're really not going to get that in Rancho Las Brisas just because the land is flat. So if views are important to you, that is definitely something you will want to consider if you're considering this community. Now, the second con to living in Rancho Las Brisas is going to be the fact that this community is going to have a lack of amenities. If you're comparing a Rancho Las Brisas to some of our larger communities like a Sun City Summerlin, a Sun City Anthem, you're not going to get the amenities that you would in Rancho Las Brisas that you would in those other communities. In Rancho Las Brisas, you do have a pool, you do have some tennis courts, but in terms of having the amenities that you typically see in some of our other 55+ communities, you are not going to get that in Rancho Las Brisas. So definitely something to keep in mind if amenities are important to you. The third con I'm going to share with you to living in Rancho Las Brisas is going to be that Rancho Las Brisas is an older community. Now, the homes in this community were built between 1990 to 1996. There are homes in the community that have been updated and upgraded beautifully with, new flooring, cabinets, countertops, knockdown walls, so on and so forth. But it is common to find homes in this community that have finishes and cosmetics that reflect homes that were built in the early to mid 90s. So if having a newer home is important to you, or you like the idea of having more modern finishes in your home, definitely something to consider. And the fourth and final con I'll share with you to living in Rancho Las Brisas is going to be the fact that you do not have a golf course in this community. Now, I will tell you, there are many dozens of golf courses that are only minutes away from Rancho Las Brisas. But if you are a big golfer and you like the idea of having golf within your community, that is definitely something you will want to keep in mind. So that covers some of the pros and cons to living in Rancho Las Brisas. We are just scratching the surface in today's video, so if you would like to learn more about this community or potentially any of our other nearly 30 55+ communities here in the Valley, large communities, small communities, new communities, older communities, and everything in between, love to connect with you. I'll leave my phone number here on the screen. And I just want to take this time to thank you for taking the time to watch today's video. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.